Fantasy Hoopers, it's time to find out who has been climbing the rankings under the very watchful eye of our resident professor, Andre Snellings. I'm Scooby Migueza. Start us off here as we figure out 3 guys that you have on your list climbing the rankings at number 3.
Number 3, I'll go with Dyson Daniels of the Atlanta Hawks. He got on the map earlier this year because he's become the best thief in the NBA. He leads the league in steals. But since the trade deadline, when they lost Jalen Johnson and then they traded away DeAndre Hunter, he's been the top 13 in fantasy points overall in the last month.
Yeah, the Great Barrier Thief is his nickname, and the Hawks are battling for a playoff spot. Do you think those numbers will stay the same as Atlanta fights for a postseason spot?
I think so. You know, he's become a much bigger offensive threat in addition to what he's been doing on the defensive end.
All right, so who you got next at number 2?
Number 2, I'm going with Sixth Man of the Year, Naz Reid of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah. So he's been getting a lot of run over the last month or so because first Julius Randle and now Rudy Gobert are out. So he's been starting. He's 11th in fantasy points over the last month.
Yeah, they picked it up, and you brought up Rudy Gobert. Are things going to change for him when Rudy Gobert does come back?
They may change a little bit, but he was the Sixth Man of the Year last season coming off the bench, so he can still produce even if he's no longer starting.
All right, your top guy on the spot then. Who you got?
Number 1, Josh Giddey.
All right.
He's been channeling his inner Jason Kidd for about a month now. The last couple weeks, he's averaging, I want to say, 22, 11, and 9, and he's just a walking triple-double on a nightly basis.
I mean, it's fun to watch. How have you seen Giddey's game grow since the trade of Zach LaVine?
With LaVine gone, he's now the main player in the backcourt for the Bulls, and he's showing he can do it all.
Yeah, that is great insight right there. And for more fantasy insight, head over to espn.com/fantasy.